Xander Guerrero were hit by the suspect's rounds.
Officer down. We need medical aid to move up.
Our hearts are broken because of a loss of a star in our organization. When you talk about police officers that run toward gunfire, that's him. Deputy Campos, a 5-year veteran, was killed in the line of duty on July 25th, 2021.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for this special edition of 17 News. I'm Moses Small, in for Tammy Melchak.
And I'm Jim Scott. Good to have you with us this hour. Well, this evening, our community is reeling after an intense standoff ended in tragedy with a Kern County Sheriff's deputy killed in the line of duty.
Today, we learned the fallen officer was Deputy Philip Campus. He was among 5 people killed in a SWAT standoff yesterday afternoon in Wasco.
It happened on Poplar Avenue and First Street, down the street from Thomas Jefferson Middle School. Heavily armored vehicles surrounded a home where the suspect had barricaded himself and later shot at deputies and members of his own family before he was killed by law enforcement. This afternoon, Sheriff Donnie Youngblood spoke about the events as they unfolded and about the deputy who lost his life. We begin our team coverage with 17's Eytan Wallace in studio. Eytan.
And Jim and Moses, Sheriff Youngblood said this shows just how dangerous the job of a law enforcement officer is, and he praised Officer Campus for dying a hero.
I was there when the wife and the mother and the father we just felt we needed to wait.
An emotional Sheriff Donnie Youngblood today sharing the moment he met with the parents and wife of slain Deputy Philip Campus. Sunday evening, officers with dozens of law enforcement agencies formed an honor guard outside Kern Medical, solemnly saluting as Campus's flag-draped body was reverently placed in a hearse. Just hours earlier, Campus spent his final moments responding to this barricade situation in Wasco. Hundreds of rounds of gunfire turned the neighborhood into a war zone. At some points, SWAT officers could be seen running into positions and peering over rooftops. At other points, as the gunfire continued for minutes on end, officers could be seen retreating, taking cover behind this heavily armored vehicle. It all started just after 1 p.m. Deputies responding to a report of shots fired inside a home on First Street near Poplar Avenue. The sheriff's office says as soon as deputies got to the house, a gunman armed with an AK-47 and a handgun opened fire on them. That's when they called in SWAT. About 2 hours later,
SWAT approached the house to attempt to extricate the victims inside, believing that they might still be alive.
Youngblood says the team's heroic action to save lives turned deadly.
As they approached the front door, the suspect began shooting at the deputies with a rifle.
Then,
Officer down. We need medical aid to move up.
Campus was one of 2 officers shot. Another 2 suffered more minor shrapnel wounds. Campus was rushed to Kern Medical, but he did not make it. The other deputy shot, Xander Guerrero, suffered moderate wounds and was released from the hospital Sunday night. As for the gunman, more than 3 hours after the shooting and 5 hours into the standoff,
an additional officer-involved shooting occurred, and the suspect was struck. The suspect was removed from the roof and provided medical aid, but was pronounced dead at the scene.
Also found dead at the scene, the suspect's 2 sons, ages 17 and 24, and the mother of his sons. Youngblood said while his department is mourning one of its own, it's important not to forget the other innocent people who also lost their lives.
Our hearts are broken because of a loss of a star in our organization, but we also have 3 other victims that we are mourning from the city of Wasco.
Youngblood said the mother of the sons had a restraining order against the suspect. Now, neither the suspect nor the family members he is said to have killed have been identified. If there's any good news here, it's that 2 women and 2 young girls who were also at the home were able to escape from the suspect unharmed. In studio, Eytan Wallace, 17 News.